Hey guys, welcome back. For this lecture, we're going to be doing your very first mathematical equation. Now, it's good that everyone loves math and everyone's really good at it, so we won't have a problem here, right? Well, wrong. Wrong. This is why we have Excel, so that we don't have to do all that math, right? Nobody's got time to do all that really complicated math. So, we let Excel do it, right? That's what it's for. Now, if you remember back in school and you're doing your math, you had to calculate one thing, you'd carry it off to the next equation or the next problem, calculate again, and so on. And it would filter through until you finally solve the problem. Now, me from an engineering background and I do mathematics as well and physics, that's where the mistakes happen. Carrying it through, getting it all linked up, doing the relationships well. This is why Excel is so powerful. You can set those things up and it'll calculate it for you automatically, right? So you avoid all those unnecessary mistakes. So, firstly, download the Excel file that I've attached so that you have all these initial values. Or if you want, you can just pause it right now and type them in yourself, whichever you prefer. And what I've also done is highlighted the areas that we're going to place calculations in. All right, as you can see, it's in 3 columns. This one, if I can select it, this one, and this one. So the very first calculation we're going to do is to determine the hot dogs remaining. So we have 10 hot dogs to begin with. We've sold 3. So the way we're going to do it is whenever you do a calculation, you select the cell where you want the result to appear. Okay? So we want it to appear right here. So that's where we're going to select. We're not going to select here because then the result will come out up here, right? Pretty simple. So let's begin. So to tell Excel you're going to do a formula, you start by typing in the equal sign, like so, right? So now you've already told Excel. Excel goes, okay, he wants to do a formula or she wants to do a formula. What do you want me to calculate? Okay, we want to do 10, because we have 10, and we sold 3. So 10 minus 3. Okay, so all we do is we go 10 minus 3. And when you're happy with that, you press enter. And there you go, 7. You don't have to try and figure out what the solution is. Excel will do that for you. Now, there's a little bit of an issue here. What happens if actually we sold 5? If I change this to 5, the 7 doesn't update. So this is wrong, right? So one of the cool things you can do with Excel that you can't do on paper, right, is to link up cells. Now, this is one of the most powerful things you can do in Excel, and it relates to almost everything you'll do in this program. Okay? What you want to do is you're not linking the number 10 or the number 3 in a formula. What you're linking up is the cell itself. So let me show you what I mean by that. Again, you start with equals. Okay? Now we want to minus whatever is in this cell. Doesn't matter if it's 10, 1,000, 100, 1 million. Doesn't matter. We're talking about the cell position, D4. So you want to say whatever is in D4, okay, as you can see here, whatever is in D4, which is this one, right? I want to do something to it. So you go D4, and I want to minus, right, whatever is in E4. So you click E4 with your mouse. And that's the relationship. That's the formula. And you will see this time and time again. Doesn't matter if it's a subtraction, formula, addition, if it's an index lookup, if it's cleansing text formulas, everything. It's always equals and then the formula. Okay? When you're done, you press enter. Now it comes out as 7 again. But the difference is, if we change this to 5 now, like so, and press enter, it will automatically update. So it's linked up. So if I change this to 100, press enter, it's going to calculate it for me. When it's on paper, it will not update itself. I've looked at pieces of paper with heaps of formulas on it, and as much as you stare, it is not going to change. Okay? So this is the power of Excel. Alright, so now let's try this for addition. So we want to figure out how many hot dogs we have at the end of the day. Let's change this back to 10. And let's change this back to 3. Okay? We want to check how many we have at the end of the day. So we had 7 remaining. But then we bought new stock. We bought 13 new stock. So we have to add them. So we go equals, and we select the first one, plus the next one. Okay, now as you can see, it's linked up. All you do now is press enter. There you go. So check this out. If I change this to 15, both 7 and 20 are going to change. Right? And the more formulas you have, it just updates everything. Not a problem. Excel doesn't struggle at all with that. So now the next thing we want to do is we want to carry that data to the next day. We have 20 at the end of Thursday. So that means when we come into work on Friday, we have 20. So we have to link that up. So the way to do that is you go equals. I want this cell to equal whatever is in this cell. So you go equals. You click H4, which is this 20. Okay? And that's it. And you press enter. There you go. So now whatever this is, that's going to be the same. Now lastly, you remember when we spoke about the fill handle being an extremely powerful tool? Well, let me show you why. So with formulas, you can apply the fill handle. You can do the same formula over and over again, like so. But it's very, very time consuming. Okay? So by doing the fill handle, you're copying the formula all the way down. So this formula, H4, right? We're going to copy the layout, the same layout. So if you click this fill handle and drag it down, it's going to link up to this cell, to this cell, and so on. Now let's do that for the remaining ones. So if we click on this, it's going to repeat the same formula as we go down. So if we copy down here, it's going to calculate there, it's going to calculate there, and so on. Now let's do it for the last one. This time let's use the shortcut double click method for the fill handle. And there you go. As you can see, we filled up the entire table in just a few clicks. Now if I change this again to, let's change it to an extreme number, 1000. Watch how the entire table just updates itself. That's the power of Excel. Once it's set up, you can modify it, you can clean it, you can add new numbers, add new values, do new calculations, and so on. Possibilities are endless. And this is why I love Excel so much, because I'm a very lazy person and I don't like to make mistakes. And this just has it so organized for me and linked up, and all the relationships. It is just the best. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned a lot, and I will see you next time.